Hey, what's up guys, it's Axel, and today we're checking out this. This is the new ZiiGaat X Hangout Audio Odyssey 2. This is the successor to the original ZiiGaat Odyssey. It's a 1DD 3BA hybrid IEM, priced around $249. Is this better than the ZiiGaat Odyssey? Is this better than the ZiiGaat Crescent? And how does it stack up against other meta-tuned IEMs? We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. All right, what's in the box? You do get 2 extra pairs of filters. Always nice to have as spares. You do get a spacious, storage or carrying case. It's a sturdy, neat design. Enough space inside to carry extras. You do get 1 pair of foam ear tips and 6 pairs of silicone ear tips. 3 pairs of clear-looking silicone ear tips and 3 other pairs of gray looking silicone ear tips. And then you get 3.5 and 4.4 terminations for the modular cable, because yes, this IEM comes with the modular cable. This is the modular cable. It doesn't easily come off or anything. It's sturdy, stays in place. It's a 4-wire weave, green and black color. The cable itself is soft, it's not microphonic, and has a working chin slider. The only thing I'll say is that sometimes above the chin slider, this cable can be a bit memory prone. But that's it. It's a well-behaved cable, wraps easily, and it's easy to manage. In terms of the build and fit, the Odyssey 2 comes with a metal shell with a resin faceplate. Obviously, looks are going to be subjective, but I personally like the playful, colorful designs. I feel they're never boring. This faceplate has the green and silver or green and white color design. The shell itself feels solid. It's average sized, it's not big, and it doesn't feel heavy in the hand. It's not a fingerprint magnet, doesn't have any sharp or angular edges or anything like that. It doesn't have sharp corners. There is a vent right here. They didn't have any issue with pressure buildup or driver flex. I would say though, the nozzle here is metal and has a proper lip to hold onto your ear tips, but the nozzle is a bit short and stubby. So I find that larger ear tips give me the best seal with the Odyssey 2. Other than that, the nozzle diameter is 6.1 millimeter at the widest point. And let's move on to talk about the sound. In the ear, it's very comfortable for me. The fit is secure. The seal stays in place. Even when I move around, I can walk around with it, without any issues. It stays in my ear. And overall comfort for me is great. Let's get into the sound, starting with the frequency response graph. As you can see, the Odyssey 2 is basically a neutral with a sub-bass boost. It's a natural sounding IEM. It's clean, it's fun, it's an all-rounder sound signature that works really well for a wide range of music genres. The bass here, let's start with the bass. The bass here is sub-bass focused. It's tight, it's clean, it's well controlled. You do get a nice rumble and a nice sense of texture in the bass without it being boomy. It's a very clean bass. The impact is there and the bass attack is well defined, but I do wish sometimes that it just had a bit more weight or punch or oomph behind it. As it stands, it leans clean and controlled rather than full-bodied. I will say if you're a bass head, this isn't going to be your set, but if you want high quality, clean, well-controlled, well-separated bass with sub-bass emphasis, this delivers. Now, the mid-range is where the Odyssey 2 shines for me. It's a beautiful sounding mid-range. It sounds natural, it sounds balanced, it's never shouty or intense or energetic or any of those words. Instruments have good note weight. You do get also natural timbre in the mid-range. Nothing sounds lean or thin. Separation is clean, and to sum it up, basically it's a very natural sounding mid-range. The treble of the Odyssey 2 is so smooth and well extended. It's never ever harsh, peaky, fatiguing. I can listen to anything I want with the Odyssey 2. I can listen to rock music, I can listen to metal music, I can listen at any volume. It never ever feels even intense. I've been testing it with my sibling test tracks and it passed with flying colors. So I feel even those of you who are treble sensitive are going to appreciate how smooth and how well extended the treble of the Odyssey 2 is. This is a standout quality and one of the, nice things about the Odyssey 2. On the technical side, I feel the Odyssey 2 is great. It performs really well. Separation between instruments is clean. It's a clean sound signature. It sounds incisive as well. Imaging and positional accuracy are great. Even the soundstage is spacious and open and still natural sounding, not exaggerated. And on my technical scale, I would say this sits, let's say, roughly 50% or so between the Nova and the Pilgrim. All right, so let's start with the comparison segment. Let's compare this to the original Odyssey. I feel, first of all, the Odyssey 2 improves on the original with better accessories, a modular cable, and a metal shell. In terms of sound, I feel the bass is cleaner with a sharper attack. Vocals are slightly more forward, and the mids sound cleaner and clearer. The biggest upgrade is going to be the treble. It's smoother, it's less energetic. and there is better separation in the treble because of less masking, which makes it feel more technical. The original is still a fun listen if you prefer that fun, mild V-shaped tuning with lively treble. It can sound exciting, but I personally prefer the sound of the Odyssey 2 because I just feel that the smoothness in the treble, that natural sound in the treble, is just amazing. Compared to the Crescent, I feel the bass of the Crescent is stronger. It has that weight and heft and impact I was talking about. The mids sound kind of similar, but the big difference is going to be in the treble. The Crescent sounds airier with more micro detail, while the Odyssey 2 is smoother and easier to listen to. Both are really great sets, but personally I prefer the Odyssey 2, again just because of how smooth that treble is. It just feels a lot smoother and more natural sounding. Compared to the Lush, I love the Lush. It's a great neutral warm set, but its mids and vocals can be a bit laid back. The Odyssey 2 brings the bass and the mids more forward, which makes it feel more balanced with the treble. The treble quality itself is better on the Odyssey 2. So while the Lush is neutral, warm, and relaxed, the Odyssey 2 is neutral with a fun bass boost and a more forward mid-range. Compared to the CrinEar Daybreak, the CrinEar Daybreak has like a custom fit. Maybe this is why I kind of feel maybe it has just a hint more bass impact. In the mids and the treble, I feel the Odyssey 2 takes the lead. The treble is smoother on it and the upper mids are tamer, so nothing sounds too forward. I prefer the Odyssey 2 myself. Yeah, compared to the Kiwi's Key 4, Key 4 sounds bassier, thicker, and it sometimes to me comes across as softer and less detailed. The Odyssey 2, on the other hand, sounds cleaner, more incisive, and less hazy, if that makes sense. Vocals are clearer, more focused, the treble is smoother, there is more separation, more incisiveness. The bass may be lighter on the Odyssey 2, but it's definitely more defined, more controlled, better quality. And overall, I feel the Odyssey 2 is a big, clear step up over the Key 4. It's cleaner, more detailed, and just more enjoyable to listen to for me. And compared to the Kiwi's Astral, the Astral, a bit stronger sense of contrast, a better separation, imaging as well, vocals that pop a bit more, and an airy upper treble, though that upper treble can be too much for those of you who are sensitive to upper treble. I feel the Odyssey 2 is less contrasty, sure, but it's also fuller, smoother sounding, and it has a tamer treble that is easier to listen to over long listening sessions. And compared to the Softears Volume S, the Volume S has a warmer tone with the mid-bass focus, so it has a stronger sense of impact and physicality. It also has more forward vocals, and it still has smooth treble. The Odyssey 2 is less bassy in the mid-bass, but it also has that sub-bass focus response, has more sub-bass, tamer upper mids, and still a smooth sounding treble, and still sounds cleaner. Right, who I recommend the Odyssey to? I feel if you want something like the original Odyssey, but you want a metal shell, you want a modular cable, better accessories, and a less energetic, smoother treble, this exactly fits that description. And I recommend it for anyone looking for an all-rounder IEM, that works with any music genre, including rock and metal. I also recommend it for anyone who's looking for a smooth, well-extended, non-fatiguing treble. And anyone who wants a natural-sounding mid-range. And of course, anyone who likes a metal shell, who I don't recommend the Odyssey 2 to. And this is also important. Number 1, bass heads, or anyone who wants a heavy boosted bass. Number 2, anyone who wants a V-shaped tuning or something like with a boosted bass and boosted treble. And I don't recommend it for anyone who doesn't prefer metal shell. Time for the final rating. Here is my rating system and what it means. And I feel the Odyssey, I'm gonna give it a very solid 4 out of 5 stars. And that's it for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.